Hello, my name is Milo. I do ride-along videos while I do gig work in Newport, Oregon and surrounding areas. Today I'm going to be working the Corvallis market, and last time I did the Corvallis market, I did not make my income goal. I'm going to do a similar idea where I'm starting bright and early in the morning, going for probably about 6-ish hours, but what's going to be different is I've installed Instacart now. Today actually marks the 1-year anniversary of the first DoorDash delivery I did. At time of recording, it's June 1st, 2026. My first DoorDash shift was June 1st, 2025. So the plan was to start with Instacart, but I pulled up to the first store showing on the Instacart map and wasn't getting any batches, and it was 7 a.m. The store opened at 6. So I thought, well, maybe I need to open DoorDash too. And DoorDash has peak pay going on for the next hour and 15 minutes. So I snagged this $9 DoorDash order that is taking me into downtown Corvallis, which will be great. That pickup was super easy. I was able to park on the street directly in front of the building. No pay to park. Perfect. It was ready. Went to drop it off, and the business I'm dropping it off at wasn't going to open for another 10 minutes. And the door's locked. I called the customer, and she said I could just leave it by the door. So I did, but I don't have another offer yet, and I'm not far from other hotspots. I'm just going to stay here in the parking lot until I get an offer. I'm at least keeping an eye on it until then. But it's marked as delivered in the app so that I don't get marked as late for it. Okay, I've now got an Uber offer. It's only $5, but it's only 2 miles, and because I was sitting for a bit, I'm taking this. I'm not going to be super picky. Next, I'm doing a DoorDash retail pickup from 7-Eleven. Not excited about this, but the wait time to see anything is kind of getting me down a little bit, so I'm kind of taking whatever. Next is an $8 Starbucks order. So I was delivering that to a medical office on a 3rd floor, and while I was coming down the stairs, Uber sent me 3 offers. The first one was a Safeway shopping order for $9. I kind of wanted it to be more, so I declined it. Then they sent me a package delivery that was going 35 miles, and I said absolutely not. Then they sent me a shopping order at Fred Meyer, but for Fred Meyer you need the Plus card, and they still haven't sent me the Plus card. So update, while I was editing this, it became a reminder I need to call Uber support. So I called them, and now I feel like the idiot because they gave me a digital Plus card, and I totally did not recognize that meant that I had a Plus card. I was still waiting on one in the mail. So I've declined several offers that I could have accepted, and you'll see me continue to be an idiot about it for the rest of this video. Enjoy. I'm shocked I've not seen a single batch on Instacart. And I don't just mean not one I want to take, but none. I've actually never done a batch on Instacart because in Newport, I've only seen 2 batches available to me since I installed it about a week ago. And one of them was a store I don't like shopping at, and the other was excessive distance. So I'm not sure if Uber sent me the same Safeway order again or if it's a different one. I'll find out when I actually look at the screenshot at home while I'm editing the video. But regardless, I took it this time. Well, that shopping order went a lot better than the one other Uber Eats shopping delivery that I did before. Because I could find everything. Oh my gosh. That's the 3rd add-on Uber has offered me while I'm on my way to the customer. I'm like, I appreciate you're trying to keep me busy so that I'll have a new assignment by the time I'm leaving this one. I think all 3 of them were more toward Philomath than Corvallis proper. And I'm kind of wanting to stay in Corvallis if I can help it. Dropped off the groceries. Declined another Uber offer. I'm declining this DoorDash as well. Although it's one that ordinarily I would take, but I want something better than 6 for $4. Ordinarily 6 for $4 would be fine. It just, I gotta make up for the long round trip here and back. Nope, no way. I'm not doing a 15 for $30 going all the way to Scio. Oh, DoorDash. Seriously. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not happy about it. 5 for 3. I should not have taken that offer. I failed to clock. This is going to OSU campus, which means way too many pedestrians, traffic, no place to park. So, after completing that delivery, DoorDash sent me this 10 for 10. It's 2 pickups for 1 customer. I don't like the distance. There's alcohol involved. But I'm taking it largely because it's going to get me out of university. And immediately after accepting that, Uber sent me an order, which I'm declining because I'm not going to dirty stack them. I just hadn't had a chance to turn Uber off in time. Then I got an offer from Uber that I still can't do because shopping without the card is a problem. I got an Instacart badge, and apparently they don't have in-app navigation, so I'm using Google Maps. It's a Safeway in Albany. I didn't really want to go to Albany, but it was more than $1 a mile. I think it was $2 a mile. I didn't look that closely at it. I just snatched it while it was there. Oh, crap. Crap. 10 miles to the store. I forgot. Instacart's quoted miles on the offer screen is just from the store to the customer. Oh well, I've already accepted it, I'm gonna do it. Then Instacart had another batch available, $14 for 30 miles. Pickup from CVS in Corvallis and delivered to Salem. No way. And then Uber offered me another shopping order that I can't do without a Plus card. I'm driving back to Corvallis because I don't really want to be in Albany. Thank you, Uber Trip Radar. That was a Safeway order going to Jefferson. I'm not doing that one either. I want something that's good on my dollar to mile ratio. Thank you very much. I've got all 3 apps running. I think I'm outside the DoorDash zone boundaries because driving from Albany to Corvallis, I'm dipping out of the zone and then I'm going to go back in. That's probably why DoorDash isn't sending anything. Okay, I'm taking a $4 DoorDash order just because it is paying me to finish my return trip into Corvallis. Now I am picking up from Bodie Bakery, which is in the same part of town, and this is a $6 plus. So I was dropping that order off at an apartment building, and because I don't know Corvallis apartments well enough to know which ones people are going to get their order stolen or not, and I've had an issue with that happening. So I knocked. Customer came out before I got down the stairs and asked me about the knocking. Like, is it something that I've got turned on to have people knock or not? And she just didn't realize it was up to me to figure it out because it wasn't in delivery notes. So we had that conversation. While we're having that conversation, I got a $2 retail pickup from 7-Eleven, which I declined. And then they offered it again, stacked with another. I still said no because it's not good. Then they sent me another stack, one of which last time I got an offer from them, I couldn't figure out where they were. Then I got a $3 order, which I also said no to. It looks like Instacart still has that batch going to Salem available. I'm still not going to do it. Oh, look at this. This is another not very good DoorDash order. Oh, yeah, and the second drop-off is in Philomath, or on the way to Philomath, and the 2 pickups are both in the OSU strip. Well, this one's not amazing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm taking this 8 for 4 from Safeway, not because I think it's a great order, but it's not upside down, and because I don't have Pro Shopper right now, I'm trying to accept as many shopping orders as I can that will be easy to do, so that I can knock off the orders that lost me that rating off the back end sooner. I got sent another batch that was McDonald's and a shopping order, and it wasn't that much pay. I could have done it. It didn't look like it would be as easy in order to shop for, and for a stack and shopping and that little pay, I decided not to do it, but I am taking this stack because they're both restaurant pickups. It's Donut Shop and Starbucks. The next offer was a shopping order at Ulta Beauty, and I declined it because I don't use beauty products, so I'm not great at finding them. But I did take this stack from Safeway Beer and Wine and Dairy Queen. Now I've got a 10 for 2 double Fred Meyer shop, and my last drop-off of the previous stack was pretty close to Fred Meyer. So this is convenient, and even more conveniently, the further of the 2 drop-offs for the Fred Meyer stack is either in Philomath or on the way toward Philomath. And by the time I'm done with this, I'll be at about 6 hours. So basically, this will be my last order, and it's going to take me the start of the way home. Well, that's a wrap on that 6-hour shift. I got myself some lunch. Now I'm driving home. I made about $121 across all 3 apps. It was mostly DoorDash. I'm kind of disappointed that Instacart didn't come through more, and maybe it's because I don't have Cart Stars. But it is what it is. It was not a bad shift. I made about $20 an hour. It's just not great on the dollar to mile because I'll be at about 170 miles when I get back home. So that's the downside. I think next time I try to do a big long shift in Corvallis, like a special trip to Corvallis to do a shift like this, I'm either going to need to start later in the day so I catch dinner or go all day, or I need to do the weekend. Lesson learned. Made some mistakes again, and we move forward. I'll see you in the next one, although it'll be a little bit, this might be my only video in the month of June just because of my schedule. I have a really big 2-week contract coming up later this month that's going to eat up a lot of time and energy. So I'm not going to do as much gig work, and I'm certainly not going to have time to edit another video this month. So I'll probably see you in July. Until then, happy dashing. A little bonus clip. I decided to do a little evening shift in my home zone, and I didn't bring my camera, so I didn't document the whole thing, but I'll just tell you a little bit on my phone right here. I started off with an amazing catering order. It was quoted with like $7 plus. It ended up being $17 at the end. Then I got a grocery outlet order, and it had a plus sign on it. I kind of wanted to try and make it work, but it was a problem. I had to unassign it because I'd rather take the hit on my completion rate than on my shopping stats. So I unassigned it. Then I got another really good restaurant order. Did a couple of fast foods. And then I had 4 shopping orders in a row. I only did 3 of the ones that were sent to me. But while I was shopping that last one, I saw a batch on Instacart. It wasn't like remarkable, but it was good dollar to mile, and it was going to be easy. And I thought I would love to do this, but I'm in the middle of another shopping order, and even if I were willing to dirty stack, the 2 customers are in opposite directions. So I did not take that, and I ended the night with over $60 and a $9 cash tip. So my earnings for today were just over $190. It was a pretty good day overall, and I worked like over 8 hours total. Now for real, I'll see you in the next video next month. Happy dashing.